Okay, we're learning Ilchas Shabbos, the laws of Shabbos. One may not ride an animal, so it's section 305, Al Rabbi Shulchan Aruch, Halacha 23. One may not ride on an animal on Shabbos because it is forbidden to make use of an animal in any manner. The rationale is that our sages included making use of an animal in any way in their decree against riding, which they forbade, lest one cut off a branch from a tree connected to the earth to direct the animal he is riding. It is even forbidden to make use of the sides of an animal, for example, to rob a child against the side of an animal's back, to give the child pleasure, to use the animal's side for support. It is, however, permitted to make use of the sides of its sides. For example, when something else is placed on the side of the animal's back or placed on the side of other portions of its body, a person may then make use of the sides of that entity. It is, however, forbidden to perform a function directly on top of the entity that is placed on the side of the animal, because that is considered as actually making use of the animal's side. Accordingly, when an animal is drawing a wagon inside a town's Shabbos limits, it is forbidden to enter the wagon even though a non-Jew is leading the animal. That's like in today, a guy opens the door for you to get into a car and he closes the door. It says, when an animal is drawing a wagon inside a town's Shabbos limit, it is forbidden to enter the wagon even though a non-Jew is leading the animal. The rationale is that the staves of the wagon are connected to the sides of the animal, and the staves and the wagon are deemed a single entity. One who enters the wagon is thus using an entity placed on the sides of an animal, and license was granted only to use the sides of an entity attached to the side of an animal. It is also forbidden to sit on the board that juts out from the back of the wagon, because the wagon, everything attached to it and everything that juts out from it is considered as a single entity. It is forbidden to perform a function directly on top of an entity that is placed on the side of an animal. It is only permitted to use the sides of that entity. It is, however, permitted on Shabbos to ride on a boat that is led by animals that walk on the riverbank. Since the animals are walking far from the boat, it is considered as if the person in the boat is merely using the side of an animal's sides. Moreover, when one is traveling, look in the diagram, it's nice to show you how two donkeys are schlepping a boat.
Yeah.
See, but they're walking on the ground.
Right.
The boat is in the water.
Right.
They're walking on the riverbank. So if, however, it is, however, permitted on Shabbos to ride on a boat that is led by animals that walk on the riverbank, since the animals are walking far from the boat, it is considered as if the person in the boat is merely using the side of an animal's sides. Moreover, one is traveling on a boat. When one is traveling on a boat, there is no concern that he will break off a branch of a tree with which to drive the animals, we have that concern when one is riding in a wagon. That would be a concern that maybe you will cut a branch and hit the animal. So that's really the prohibition why we are not allowed to ride a horse on Shabbos,
with a branch,
or donkey or whatever.
So, But if the wagon isn't hooked up to the animal, can you lean on it if it's not hooked up to the animal?
No, it said you're not allowed.
On Shabbos,
So you can't even use your child. It says
no, but if the
it is even forbidden to make use of the sides of the animal. For example, to rob a child against the side of an animal.
No, but I got that animal business. I'm talking about if the. Okay, I'll give you a bet. Okay, on Shabbos, let's say you lean against the car. Is that usher to lean against the car on Shabbos?
I don't think it would be a problem because it says that you have to let your animal rest on Shabbos. It doesn't say you have to let your car rest on Shabbos. Right? It says Leman yachshircha v'chamercha. So you if you lean on it, as long as you're not doing muktzah, it wouldn't be a problem. But an animal might be doing a muktzah.
Yeah.